Welcome to the Amazon. The Amazon is one of the most famous tropical rainforests in the world. It is known as one of the most important environments today due to its extreme biodiversity. However, over the past few years, the Amazon has become threatened by human expansion in South America. The ecological pressures that have caused the Amazon to become threatened include logging and deforestation of the rainforest. Humans have taken over 47% of the old Amazon, and only 53% of the Amazon remains intact today. Dams are also being produced on the water bodies and rivers of the Amazon, which is threatening the water wildlife in the tropical rainforest there. Agriculture and cattle are also spreading into the Amazon due to agricultural expansion of local farms. Fires from gas and oil that have been caused by human expansion are also threatening the rainforest. The socio-political pressures that have caused the Amazon to become threatened also include logging and deforestation. Local governments are trying to protect the Amazon, however, they are not watching over the protected territory, and therefore local farmers are able to hunt in these areas and cause deforestation to occur. Economic pressures that have caused the rainforest to become threatened include logging for timber. Gold mining is also prevalent in the Amazon, which has resulted in the destruction of some of the rainforest. The consequent threat to biodiversity of these pressures are resulting in the rainforest becoming a desert-like area where biodiversity simply does not exist. The first animal that we will talk about in our study is the jaguar. The jaguar is currently classified as endangered and is one of the main predators of the Amazon. It grows to 5.5 to 8 feet long, 150 to 250 pounds, and 15 to 20 years old. It eats deer, crocodiles, snakes, monkeys, turtles, frogs, and pretty much anything else that it can reach. It mainly hunts on the ground, but occasionally hops into trees in search of food. The jaguar mates year-round and has a range of several miles. And now to our field expert to look at the jaguar in its natural habitat. Thanks, Michael. I'm currently in the beautiful Amazon rainforest where we're looking for jaguars. Oh look, there's one now! While we watch this beautiful creature, let's analyze some of the ecological pressures that have caused it to become endangered. These pressures include deforestation of the rainforest for timber and agricultural expansion that is also threatening the jaguars, especially with local farmers killing the trespassing jaguars on their farms. The socio-political pressures that have caused it to become endangered include the fur trade. Even though this is now illegal, locals still hunt for jaguars for fur. Ecological conservation movements are ongoing, but they are also failing in this area. The economic pressures that have caused the jaguar to become endangered include roads and railroads that are being built through the jaguar's habitat. The fur trade and the trade for the paws, teeth, and other parts of the jaguar's body are also causing them to be hunted. The species' ecological role in the Amazon include being a solitary hunter. When the jaguar would be removed, that would remove one of the main predators of the Amazon rainforest, which would cause the ecological environment to become unstable. The fur trade for the jaguar would also be destroyed if the jaguar became extinct. The next organism that we will study is Amazona eurasiaca. This animal was a once endangered species, but its status has now improved to become vulnerable. There are currently approximately 750 to 800 mature individuals in the wild. They grow to approximately 40 centimeters long when full grown and occupy a range of approximately 70 kilometers squared. These parrots live in the canopy of the rainforest, but they occasionally descend to low elevations in October through December in search of food. And now we go back to our nature correspondent to take a look at this bird in its natural habitat. Thanks, Michael. We're here back in the Amazon looking at the Amazona eurasiaca. Oh look, there they are, flying above the trees. The ecological pressures that have caused this Amazona eurasiaca to become endangered include hurricane-related damage to their habitat. Although their habitat is now protected, there is no way of stopping these hurricanes from continually endangering and damaging their habitat. The socio-political pressures that have caused it to become endangered, but now improved, include the illegal trade on these birds that has caused local farmers to hunt them. Although the illegal trade is definitely a negative socio-political pressure on this bird, there are also positive pressures. Some of these pressures include that the habitat is now protected in forest reserves. The government efforts to protect its habitat are in full force in the Amazon, and this is helping the birds come back to a vulnerable status. The economic pressures that cause this bird to become endangered include illegal trade and hunting and conversion of habitat into plantations, especially banana plantations. The species' ecological role and possible consequences of its improved status include that the birds love to visit and eat fruit plantations. The increase in the bird population may anger local farmers, and that the birds may start eating their crops. The next animal that we will be studying is the Phrynomedusa fimbriata. This animal is a frog that is now extinct but once lived in the Amazon rainforest. There is little known about this frog except that it lived in low, moist conditions and is probably found in the rainforest. Recent studies have been done to look for this frog and find out why it has died. However, there is still little known about what happened to this frog species. And now we go back to our field correspondent to learn more about how this frog species lived when it was still alive. Thanks again, Michael. Although we don't know much about this species and it is extinct, we have a simulation here showing that what the frog's natural behavior and figure may have looked when it was still alive. The ecological pressures that caused the extinction of this animal include logging and hurricane-related damage. The agricultural expansion that was occurring in the Amazon during its time of extinction also had a dramatic effect on the frog species. The socio-political pressures that led to the extinction of this frog include the industrial expansion that was occurring during the time of extinction that was not monitored or controlled by local governments. Economic pressures that caused the extinction include the industrial expansion that caused roads and railroads to be built through the frog's habitat. Mining also occurred near the Amazon during this time, and conversion of habitat into plantations also resulted in the frog's extinction. The species' main ecological role while it was alive was to eat small insects, which have now experienced an increase in population now that the frog has become extinct. Thanks for joining our Amazon adventure, and we'll see you again next time!